Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fight Me Bro betting show. This week, we are breaking down for you UFC, the worst main event of all time. I don't know if that's the
Card.
official name.
I think you can stretch it and say card.
Yeah, no, I would. There's a couple of fights in there that are interesting. That I wouldn't say it's the worst card ever, but the
Off the
main
top of your
event.
head, which one's worse?
What's up? Gun to head. Which one's worse? The card. Oh, what you're saying? Which
Yeah,
over
what
up and
card is
down
worse?
card?
This is easily the worst card.
I'll have to do.
They're. I will allow a slim caveat for the fact that there might be an Ultimate Fighter finale card where it's like all people from the tough cast.
True.
But as far as fight night cards go, and fight night and pay-per-view, this is the worst.
Yeah, you could probably wait into account because there's been some pay-per-views where it's like, holy shit, you expect people to pay for this, but like, I guess if you're not paying for it, not as bad. Anyways, yeah, main event, dog shit. It was kind of tough to find some fights. I ended up finding 4 bets that I like, 3 in my lock. Nick has 2.5, so whatever that means. So we'll get started on these. Not a whole lot of insight went in these bets. I kind of was going on a lot of feel here, and my
fire from the hip.
First one, no different. Charles Rosa versus Kevin Aguilar. I'm going Charles Rosa here for two reasons. One, I had a feeling I know MMA bettors, and there's such a recency bias. I looked at the opening line at this. I think it was plus 100. Then it went to plus 140. Now it's at plus 165. I think I saw it as high as plus 170. I'm marking it here as plus 165 solely because everyone remembers Charles Rosa getting his ass beat by Bryce Mitchell just a few weeks ago. So no one, and like people think it's just going to happen again. Kevin Aguilar is not Bryce Mitchell. I think it's going to be a completely different fight, but people can't shake that image. So I'm going on value alone at plus 165. Not only that, but I did a little research because sometimes you just got to start fishing for reasons. Like you're such a huge fan of the win-loss.
Oh, easy.
His last 8, dude. It doesn't help that he's 4-4 in his last
pattern
8.
Fighter.
Last one was a loss. So he knows it. I know it. That's probably why he wants to get back and fighting so quick, because he knows like this next one is going to get me back on pace. I'll get back into the win column. So for those 2 reasons, plus 165.
I did not know that he was a pat. That might be a live bullet one, even though I'm not going to spend a single solitary minute watching any of this on Saturday night. But that might be a live shot there. Mm-hmm. Okay, so first up, I'll get with my half pick. The reason I call it a half pick is because I don't really know who he's fighting yet. But I had Merab Dvalishvili. I don't even know who this is. Dvalishvili. I don't know, but he's fucking good. And I had him fucking up Ray Borg. Also, by the way, this card is just like, I guess I realized this subconsciously earlier, but this card is literally just a handful of trash people that lost within the last month.
Yes. They took Cyphers. They're taking all the scraps.
Borg. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just literally taking all the people that got their ass beat like a month ago in coronavirus, and they're just like, well, I mean, these people are probably down on their luck, so they could use some cash. Very strange. And
that's exactly what happened. And knowing like that's what probably Dana White, just working his little magic, convinced these people to take these fights, being like, well, you did lose your last one. It would help to get another paycheck. And they're like, great, I'll fight this Georgian dude that's fucking ripped as shit. Like,
yeah, dude. So, and Merab to me, he's better defensive Zabit, I guess, with less like explosive type of guy. I think he does more work with his hands, less with his legs. Instead of Zabit's kind of step in and trip style wrestling, Merab's more of a shoot the double, like the duck double. Mm-hmm. But he's polished, man. I mean, he was going to put the hands to Ray Borg. And so I don't know who he's fighting. I don't know if they're going to get a replacement for him. He was at minus 425. That's why this is a half bet. I don't know what the hell the line's going to be. It's kind of
minus
a cheesy.
750 now. They
to fight who?
I don't. It's some.
Oh yeah, no, it's a guy from the Mexican organization, right?
I didn't know
that Tito Ortiz fought on.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, whatever. Take the number. He's gonna wash this guy. This is
this guy. He's being set up to be one of the next big stars in UFC. If you just take one look at him, he is. I remember I first found out of him. I bet Casey Kenny against him because I'm like, Casey Kenny's bricked up. And then he came out and he just made Casey Kenny look like a fucking bitch. And I'm like,
he cleaned up against that Brad Katona guy too, when Katona was supposed to be the new hot piece of cheese.
Yeah, he's legit. And I think I can't remember where he trains at again.
He's with the Frank Yeager crew, dude.
Yeah, and they all say he's a fucking
He's a beast.
monster. They're like, he doesn't lose and he just doesn't gas, which means he's on steroids. Bet on the steroids.
Yeah, bet on steroids.
All right, moving on. My next pick is going to be in the Charles Jourdain versus Andre Fili. You know, Andre Fili is my boy, but I'm turning heel. I'm going Charles Jourdain here.
Really?
Because, well, one, it's fun to be on the Fili train when he's winning. And then when he loses Sadiq Youssef, it's just like, fuck, man. There are a lot of things about him that do annoy me. It's like, I don't know if I love him. I don't know if I hate him. But with this fight specifically, I don't think he should be a minus 235 favorite against a guy that just knocked out Korean Superboy. Like, this is me thinking, like, every week there's always a moment where I think I'm MMA sharp. This is this week's moment where I'm just like, oh, that line looks a little bit off, you know, which I feel like that gut instinct has been working well for us lately, where we've just been eyeing a line, looks a little bit wrong. I think that one is a little bit wrong. I think this should probably be Andre Fili minus 140, not 240 for sure. So I'm going Charles Jourdain plus 195.
Interesting you say that, because I think this is a dog trap here.
Oh,
Korean Superboy has been knocked out in his last 3 fights. Who hasn't knocked the fucking guy out? Like,
what? His nickname, dude.
Yeah, okay, sick. Like,
sick.
There's been plenty of people that have lost with fucking great nicknames lately. I know this because I bet on them. So yeah, I am taking Andre Fili, actually, mostly because that fight with Sadiq Youssef, who Sadiq Youssef is going to be, you know, he's getting groomed to be the next gen talent. That fight was really fucking close. And you saw a lot of good stuff out of Fili in terms of, you saw wrestling that you have been seeing as of late, but you saw more of it. Yeah. You saw the normal striking. It just, Andre Fili is not the athlete that Sadiq Youssef is.
True.
It was athletic cheat codes, basically, and then a little more polished striking. But I think, you know, at this point, I'm banking. I think that's the thing. A lot of people are probably going to say exactly what you said. They're going to say he just knocked out Korean Superboy. This is an easy dog play. I think it's a twap. And then, so I'm going Andre Fili. I'm taking your boy. I'll ride or die with neck tattoo. Neck tattoos 2 weeks in a row, baby. Cody Garbrandt, Andre Fili, 2 peas in a pod.
Alpha dog too. I mean, alpha male.
I'm gonna be alpha dog too. I'm sure he skates.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit upset though if he goes out there looking like clean, super polished and destroyed. Like, God damn it! Just when I jumped on the bandwagon and decided, like, I hopped off at the first stop, and then that's like the one where some rich dude just gets on the train and starts handing out $50 bills, and I'm just sitting on the sideline.
You sold the stock that wasn't moving at all, and then it went to the fucking moon.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. Next one. This one was just a throwaway. It's in the main event. It's such a hard one to call.
Is this your lock?
No, I got one more.
And then, I'm on my lock. How did we mess that up?
Was that you went Dvalishvili? No, because I have one more, then you go, then I get my lock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Matt.
Anyways, yeah. So I'm going Jessica I here. I want to gamble on the main event, and I feel like I should have it on my card. I think Cynthia Calvillo, her being smaller, she's gonna find a way to gas herself out, especially because she's fallen in love with her striking. I think she's gonna be able to box for 5 rounds straight. 2.5 rounds in, she's gonna realize she's gassed. Try to grapple at that point. Realize Jessica I is too big to do that with. Jessica I is just gonna be able to bully her way, which I might look to see if there is like possible. Are there split decision lines on like some of these books?
I think there are. I'm sure. I mean, there is somewhere. There's got to be one somewhere.
I might just walk up to the homeless man down the street and be like, hey, you want to bet that this ends in a split decision? It's like, see if he'll take it. No, basically, yeah. It's a Jessica I, Cynthia Calvillo fight. You have no clue. Like, that's the thing. You just have no clue what you're going to get out there. It's just going to be a big pile of hot garbage. And so I'm just taking one side of the garbage that it's in a fucked up way. I think if I wins, it's going to be less annoying than if Calvillo wins. Because, like, once Calvillo wins, then it's going to be, like,
I could
nonstop title shot talk and just,
I could not disagree more. Jessica I stinks out loud.
Yeah, but that, it's almost like when you think about here we go.
That's just seared into my brain.
I almost want to see it again. Just like, can she like try to sell? Like, she did a horrible job at selling it the first time, and then to see like it's like having that Cutco salesman come back the second time around and be like, okay, let's see you actually try this time because you threw everything you had at me and didn't even come close. So let's see what you really start pulling out of your ass.
Have you seen me cut this penny?
Yeah, we've seen the penny trick, okay? We've seen it
Dude,
5 times.
Look, short detour. Wait, I was watching It's Always Sunny yesterday in the episode where Frank's selling the knives, and he's like, "See, this knife can't cut through. Your knife sucks. It can't cut through this shoe." And then he cuts his finger off. See, that shit is so goddamn funny. That has nothing to do with fighting, but man, is that fucking funny.
That is fun, man. I gotta go back and. My girlfriend's like rewatching the seasons, and like some of those early seasons, like you forget how fucking cross the line it was. Like literally, if you by just look at the titles of the first 3 seasons, you're like, how did even the titles make it to like a fucking network? But yeah, all-time show, guys. After this show, just
you know what you should do on Saturday night, everyone, instead of watching this heaping pile of shit card, is you should catch up on It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, just place the bets early. And then just catch up on Always Sunny. I mean, you could just follow Bloody Elbow or one of these Twitter feeds that give you round by round.
I might just go with a pure cleanse. We've been getting a lot of fights during coronavirus. I might do another weekend mute. Just chill out, catch up on Sunday morning. Really save myself some good Twitter for Sunday.
See, and that's the problem that the UFC doesn't get, where it's like we were deprived of fighting for so long, and we deprived of sports for so long, and look how quickly you got us to a point where we're just like, fuck, man, who wants to watch this shit? Like, come on, man. There's got to be a way for us to keep us excited. But yeah. So on to your lock of the week then.
Okay, here's my lock of the week. We have a lot of conflicting bets because I hate this lock of the week, but I will say I'm taking Cynthia Calvillo. But this is mostly
your lock.
Oh yeah, this is mostly a spite pick, but Jessica Ai is just bad at everything. So while I do think that there is a real strong chance that exactly what you described happens, where it's just like Cynthia Calvillo finds out about 7 minutes into this fight that she just like, hey, maybe if you were better at it's a Calvin Gastelum situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just get better at fucking cutting weight. You're like 5'0".
Yeah.
How can you not make 115? And so I like, there's a strong part of me that thinks that this is why I'm taking Cynthia Calvillo. Jessica Ai isn't fucking good at anything. Literally nothing. Like, she is not good at striking. She is not good at wrestling. She is not good at anything. So,
bring up some pretty convincing arguments here, I must say. Making me second guess. Those are very valid points you bring up.
Look at any of her fights and just point something out that you went, wow, she really does insert whatever well.
She wins on physicality alone, and just basically being a bully is like her only.
Yeah,
it's 100%. Not even a move. It's just a general
a demeanor.
Yeah, it's just general demeanor. It's
just a general demeanor of being a bully, and even that doesn't really knock her up that many wins because there's in her last however many wins, it's like 3 out of 4 of them have been split decisions. So there was a judge that didn't think she won. So it's not even like she's bullying her way to clear decisions. This isn't like bully beatdown or anything. This is, that was kind of close. And so on that basis alone, for all of Cynthia Calvillo's issues, which the list is long, okay? The chief in point, what you already brought up, which is the fact that all of a sudden she thinks that she's Clarissa Shields now, I guess. That said, when she shoots a single leg takedown and tries to actually get it, like a timed single leg takedown, it's not horrible. Is it Tatiana Suarez? No. Is it better than Paige Van Zandt? Yes. Like, when she gets on the mat, is she a good scrambler? Yes. Is she Tatiana Suarez? No.
Hell no.
But is she better than basically people that are not Tatiana Suarez or Mackenzie Dern? Probably. Like, she has there's been enough evidence to see that she can scramble to people's backs and do whatever. Jessica Ai cannot. So if she can, basically what I'm banking on here is there's 25 minutes for being a bully to not work. Like Cynthia Calvillo has 25 minutes to do one of the 3 things that she's good at doing. And I'm banking on one of those things being force a scramble, get on the back, and this is curtains. We're going to get a rear naked dunzo. Now, a lot of things have to happen for that to happen. Like Cynthia Calvillo has to decide to not win a world boxing title. But she's on like a skid kind of right now ish. Like it's not horrible, but she needs wins if she wants to be where she thinks she is. So I think that she's going to, it's not going to, believe me, this is not going to be an Aljamain Sterling follow the game plan, but it will be an improvement from her distancing herself from the game plan. And I think it's
that's a pretty steep bet you're doing there, because it seems like every time like the writing is on the wall for Calvillo to go out there and win a certain way, she almost makes it a point to not do that.
I think I'm just saying,
big steep
she's
statement.
got 25 minutes.
If she does, though, I think if she does treat this like, okay, this is a main event, this is your big fucking shot, like stick to what you're good at, not what you think you're good at. But I just have no faith that she's going to do that until.
All I'm taking here is she's got 25 minutes to show that she has better skills for like she needs a 30 to 45 second window of doing really good things. That of the few things that she does well, just do those things for 30 to 45 seconds and it will turn the tide of the fight. If she does not do that, then exactly what you said is going to happen, and it's just going to be a situation where she ends up staring at Jessica Eye in the third round, and you can just see the look on Cynthia Calvillo's face saying, big, I don't get it. Like that's what's going to happen. But that is going to be, that's my lock. And I mean, I am as honest as Abraham Lincoln when it comes to why I'm picking these bets. Let's make one thing clear. The fact that I despise Jessica Eye is 100% playing into this bet. Let's put that on the table as well.
Yep, and I think you definitely are in the number one. You're the number one seed for Jessica Eye. Hey, you've been on that train for quite some time. So I guess I'm not surprised by your pick that at all. For my lock of the week, less controversial. It's just Dvalishvili guy, man. The dude is a fucking tank. I was going to take him as the lock against Ray Borg, even though I think that is a bit of an interesting matchup. But this guy's going to be a star. Like, when you have guys like Frankie Edgar and you have all these guys being like, yeah, this guy has that next gear. They know what that next gear is, and he works with guys that know how to capitalize on that next gear. Like, that's a big part of it, too, where he likes to wrestle. He likes to be physical. He likes to overwhelm you. Like, and he's working with guys that have made that their career. So I think he's only going to get better and better. Like, this 750 is steep, and maybe I'm a little like shell shock still from last week, Amanda Nunes, which I was too pussy to pull the trigger on the minus 600 knowing she was going to win. Granted, that's way more of a lock than this. It's at 750, but still, like, I'm not going to let Macy Barber permanently scar me from taking these heavy favorites.
I forgot about that until you just mentioned it.
I will never be able to forget it. I put so much money in real life on fucking Macy Barber, and I think I lost about
Roxanne Modafferi just doing that work, son.
Yeah, that was not my finest moment, but this is safe money, man. Just put in the bet. Yeah, put in the 750 to win 100. They're on Always Sunny. It's Philadelphia. After a few hours, check your account. You'll be good. You'll thank me later. So that's our picks this week. We have been pretty good. I think I went 2-3 last week, but did hit my lock. Yeah, I think
Did you?
I think so. Yeah, last week, because I had Tony Martin.
How did that happen? I thought you.
Well, I was betting.
No, I'm saying like
good.
Picks you gave out.
Yeah, Heinisch beat Mearshart. Formiga got fucking raped. Tony Martin lost to Neil Magny barely, and then Sterling by decision. Just.
And that was all you had?
And then my lock was Cody Stamen, and who dominated.
Who raped.
So I ended up being like pretty much even. I think my live picks were better from last week.
What was my lock? I think Sterling was my lock.
Sterling was your lock, yeah, just straight up. So
yeah, I mean, Sterling, Garbrandt.
Yeah, you cleaned up then. You had Garbrandt.
The Garbrandt was a play the hedge though. So like technically that does count as a loss. Garbrandt can't win and Munoz can't get a knockout. So.
Yeah, whatever.
And then
Oh,
What was
and
the
then you
one I
took
had on the
Bruce Leroy too. Like, yeah, you had a big
Dude,
strong.
I'm telling you, we're strong.
We
We strong men on this show right
we
now.
strong. Yeah, I'm
Cleaning up lately.
I'm seeing the board well, but this
The only the problem is then when you make all this fucking money and then you get to Amanda Nunez and we don't get a towel throw and you lose 60% of it. That
exactly that
eats into the winnings.
I was in green the whole night until Nunez, and it was like, I could be up 2 units, or I could put 5 on Nunez inside.
I at least saved some winnings.
No.
I took some off the top to just.
I didn't bet every.
I couldn't take that moral defeat, especially because I wasn't watching anything, and I'm like, dude, this is great. Like I'm dealing with none of the stress because I am annihilated right now, and all I'm doing is every time I look at my phone, I just have more money. And I was like, I couldn't deal with the heartbreak of just looking down at one point and being like, dude, you weren't stressed out all night, and now I lost all this money.
I think I bet every single bet from very first fight to the end, like the very first one. I didn't do shit but gamble.
Damn.
And then I even bought I was up so much. I'm like, I'll just buy the pay-per-view, man. Who cares? Like,
who cares?
What's money? Like,
get that shit in HD quality.
HD, like this is nothing. And then it's like, well, I didn't come this far just to be up a little bit. Let's go Amanda Nunez, like minus 200.
Ring it up.
I had Amanda Nunez minus 200. Amanda Nunez in the second round, and then I also sprinkled a little Felicia Spencer by decision. They all lost, so that it was just a big old bloodbath. But you know what? Like my gambling buddy said, Peter, he's like, we had fun tonight, though. It was a good, we were up most of the night. We got a lot of good winning in. Overall,
we had a good time.
We just paid to have a good time. So this week, I definitely have a lot lower confidence. But hey, you know what? Our gut has been doing us well. We'll see where things land. You could always follow us at Below the Belt MMA on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me at Broliva and Nick at _a guy and a gi. Till next week, I don't really know what it is. I know one of these cards is just got super.
That's July
251. Holy shit!
Yeah, that's loaded up. That's chalked up. But I think next week is. One of these coming up is Alexander Gustafsson versus Fabricio Verdum, which is like, I'm going to tell you right now, like go into your parents' room if you still live at home, and you're going to, in the words of Will Ferrell, lift about $50 to $100 out of your mom's purse, and you put that directly on Alexander Gustafsson. This is based strictly on how Fabricio Verdum looked in his last fight, which was he literally looked like a melted popsicle.
I'm going to take you one further. So you take that $50, you go. What weapon could you buy for $50? Like
I'm sure you could get a knife somewhere.
Like a knife.
And a hatchet for sure.
Yeah.
Gator saw.
Then
slingshot.
So maybe yeah. So like maybe 40 on the hatchet.
Matches and gas.
$10 on an Uber. Go to your local bank. Wield that hatchet. Ask for all their fucking money.
Now
grab the bags, the ones with the big money signs on it. Then you take all that money and put it on.
Ask them where the bags with the blue ink inside are.
Yeah,
and you take those bags. Cut them open from the bottom.
Exactly. Just cut the bottom. What's so hard about it? So those are our picks. But yeah, that matchup actually is kind of interesting. Like it's definitely set up for Verdum to get fucked on and like, look, yeah. Alexander Gustafsson can make a run at heavyweight.
It's a big he's back fight.
That's the only angle that they're doing it for. But hey, it's got my dick a little perk, so I'm excited to break that one down. Not so much about this, but we'll see you guys around. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you like. Even for this card, we always take advice. So
you got hot tips for this. I love hot tips more when I'm not watching.
Exactly.
Because that way I don't get pissed off at you because it's just.
And you don't have to give the that much credit, because it's like if someone's like nailing it and they gave you the tip, you got to be like, oh man, thank you so much. If it's like, oh, it's just a win, you'd be like, thumbs up, dude. Thanks.
Yeah, great. Like on Twitter, bro.
Exactly. All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.